Time we discussed the Hamilton principle, just a general statement of it and what it actually represents. Today we are going to discuss to derive the Lagrange equation from Hamilton's principle. D by dt of partial by partial qi dot of L minus partial L by partial qi is equal to 0. This equation was derived by Sir Lagrange by using D'Alembert principle and the principle of virtual work, to be more precise. That was a differential principle which he used to determine the Lagrange equation. Similarly, Sir Euler used an integral principle, that is Hamilton's principle, to derive the Lagrange equation. That is why this equation is called the Euler-Lagrange equation. Okay, so let us consider this system of generalized coordinates. We have a configuration space of generalized coordinates in which there are n generalized coordinates and this space has n dimensions. Now it is impossible to draw n dimensional space, so I have just drawn two-dimensional space representing Qi and Qj, in which the system is configuring from T1 to T2 and it can follow, it has infinite paths while following while going from T1 to T2, but it will only I have represented 3 paths only, but the system will only follow that path in which obeys this equation number 1. For the path for which the Hamilton principles is applicable, that we have discussed in detail in last topic, last lecture. So the system will follow the only path for which the Hamilton principle is applicable. Okay, now that there are n coordinates, we can write the Lagrangian L as a function of coordinate system Q1, Q2 up to Qn. Similarly, generalized velocity Q1 dot, Q2 dot up to Qn dot and time. Just remember that this is a monogenic system for which we are going to derive the Lagrange equation. Also, this is a conservative system. The system is conservative, which means that potential energy is a gradient of generalized force. Potential energy is a gradient of generalized force. So, defining L, we know that L is the difference between kinetic energy and potential energy. We have delta T1 to T2 L dt, and we can apply the product rule of differentiation is on this equation, which gives us integral from T1 to T2 delta L dt plus integral T1 to T2 L delta of dt, and this is equal to 0. In the second term, with respect to the generalized coordinates, there is no variation in time, 0. So integral T1 to T2 L dt becomes T1 to T2 del L dt is equal to 0, and this is our equation number 2. Considering delta L from equation number 2, we can write delta L as delta L is equal to partial L by partial Qi del Qi plus partial L by partial Qi dot del Qi dot plus partial L by partial t del t. Okay. In this equation, again this term is 0, the third term is 0 because delta t is 0, so this whole term will become equal to 0, and we are left with delta L is equal to partial L by partial Qi del Qi plus partial L by partial Qi dot. Del Qi dot and del Qi dot. I am just going to expand this equation a little bit more. So del L is equal to partial L by partial Qi del Qi plus partial L by partial Qi dot. And I can write this del Qi dot is d by dt of del Qi. This is from, as we can see, del Qi dot is equal to del of d by dt of Qi. Now this d by dt and del are commutative in multiplication, which means del Qi dot is equal to d by dt of del Qi. Okay. Let us call this as our equation number 3. Consider the term d by dt of partial L by partial Qi, d by dt of partial Qi dot del Qi is equal to. Now this is a simple term of differentiation where you can apply the product rule, and according to product rule this will become equal to partial L by partial Qi dot d by dt of del Qi plus d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot and del Qi. Okay. Yes. Now look at this term and this term. This is same as this term, so we can eliminate this term by saying d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot del Qi minus d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot del Qi is equal to partial L by partial Qi dot and d by dt of del Qi. Okay. We can substitute this value in equation number 3, and 3 becomes, let us just call this as equation number 4. Now substitute equation number 4 in equation 3 and substitute equation 4 in 3, we get del L is equal to partial L by partial Qi del Qi plus d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot del Qi minus d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot del Qi. Okay. Now if we look at term number 1 and term number 3, we have del Qi common in both these terms. So I am just going to rearrange this equation in the form del L is equal to d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot del Qi minus d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot, and if we take minus common, this term will become equal to minus partial L by partial Qi del Qi and partial L by partial Qi. Both these terms have del Qi in common in them. Del Qi is equal to 0. Okay. Now substitute this value in equation number 2 and 2 will become equal to equation 2. 2 will imply that del T1 to T2 L dt is equal to integral T1 to T2 and these terms, first and second. So we have d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot del Qi dt minus integral from T1 to T2 d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot minus partial L by partial Qi del Qi dt is equal to 0. Okay. Now look at the first term. The first term is the derivative of a term whose integral is always there, whose integral is also there. Now we know that the inverse of a derivative is an integral, or the inverse of an integral is derivative. So these terms will cancel out each other and we are left with partial L by partial Qi del Qi partial L by partial Qi dot and del Qi from T1 to T2. Okay. Minus integral from T1 to T2 d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot minus partial L by partial Qi del Qi del dt is equal to 0. Now if we apply the limits, there is no change in Qi with respect to time. So when there is no change in Qi, this term will become equal to 0 and this whole term will become equal to 0. When this whole term becomes equal to 0, we have minus T1 to T2 d by dt of partial L by partial Qi dot minus partial L by partial Qi del Qi dt is equal to 0. Now we can eliminate this negative sign by multiplying this whole term by another negative, or dividing by -1, or dividing -1 on both sides, whatever you choose. So now there are del Qi different n generalized coordinates, and these coordinates are oriented in different directions in n number of dimensions. These coordinates, qi coordinates, q1, q2, q3, these are oriented in n dimensions. In order to satisfy this equation, this term must be 0. There is only one condition. This equation is true only if and only if d by dt of partial L by partial qi dot minus partial L by partial qi is equal to 0. So if this condition holds true, then this will imply that d by dt of partial L by partial qi dot minus partial L by partial qi d by dt of partial L by partial qi dot minus partial L by partial qi is equal to 0. This is the Euler-Lagrange equation.